Thanks for joining me at the next session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind. COVID has hit my family. It's something of an involved story, but my wife had an exposure in her official capacity as president of her choral group. The principal tenor got substituted, and the concert went quite well. About 2 days later, she developed a fever, then did a home test that was positive. The following day, she notified her doctor, who is in the same group as my doctor. The system has a mechanism for taking people who are positive and directing them to a central place in the medical center to decide on antivirals. One was prescribed for her. Now, I felt mostly okay and really needed to know some precautions, particularly since I had a long-awaited endoscopy coming at the end of the quarantine period. Because I had been vaccinated, I did not have to isolate. I could just wear a mask, and I thought that's what they would tell me to do. But they have a checklist, and they took my headache and my chills and some very soft symptoms more seriously than I did. I tested myself and was negative, but still they had me postpone the endoscopy, which is now postponed another 4 months, which is probably not appropriate since the reason for doing it was iron deficiency. In any case, I've not felt well, but I have tested myself. I am negative. I do not feel badly. My wife recovered very quickly and should be pretty much back to baseline when the 5-day quarantine concludes. It's been disruptive, to say the least. The GI people never endeared themselves to me, so I think I probably ought to see if I can get this done someplace else in a more timely way, since waiting 7 months to detect a source of blood loss probably is not within the mainstream of medical care, no matter what their scheduler thinks. But definitely been an annoyance. I'm not the only one who has this or has this situation. A visiting rabbi candidate this weekend had to leave his wife at home while she got treated for COVID in Toronto. The chairman of the search committee had his wife put on antivirals, and the co-chairman had a primary exposure. So it looks like we might have a new wave of COVID coming on, some with significant symptoms, others with false alarms, but still disruptive even when you don't have the real thing. Thanks very much for joining me for this session of Dr. Plotzker's Mind.